like ink spreading across paper, combining elements that leave a long-lasting mark. The connection between tennis player and coach can be a powerful bond that leaves its mark on each for years to come.
Rachel and Jason, anybody would tell you, definitely have a unique relationship, and it's one of those things that it's very special.
Unique and special takes time, though. For assistant tennis coach Jason Potoff and senior Rachel Stolman, their connection started 6 years ago in Texas at the Newcomb Tennis Academy. It was there that Potoff first left his coaching mark on Stolman, one that has followed her to Mizzou.
Back in Texas, he was like a really good coach to me, and I learned quickly that he's always right.
It's not that we don't butt heads on the practice court, because we do, but I mean, I know that she knows that I'm always in her corner, and I think she always looks to me for guidance, and I love being on the court coaching her. I think we really feed off each other. Our personalities are not the same, but we have that that competitive spirit that I think really helps to push her as a player and me as a coach.
He holds Rachel accountable, and it's one of those things that you can, you love it when someone's holding you accountable, but it's also can be difficult to hear them constantly correcting you. But she knows that's what she needs, and I can tell you, Rachel would not want anybody more than Jason Potoff on her court in a tight match.
As strong as the relationship was for Stolman and Potoff here at Mizzou, they almost didn't have the opportunity together here in Columbia. At the end of Stolman's freshman year, Potoff was still coaching in Texas, nearly 800 miles away. But fate had a plan that brought the player and coach back together once again, thanks to a pen, a piece of paper, and a meeting with Sasha Schmid.
She was looking for an assistant coach, and she asked if any of us had any suggestions, and right away I thought of Jason because I know he was looking for a college job.
And she says, I have somebody I'd really like to recommend, and she wrote his name down on a piece of paper with a number and passed it to me on the table.
As Stolman enters her senior season, both player and coach recognize they wouldn't be where they are today without the other.
Where we are now is definitely, reflected of the fact that we've had, a relationship that was 2 years before and then now 2 years here. And, I'm really looking forward to the rest of her college career. I think coming here to Mizzou and being able to coach her is the best, thing that could have happened.
Player and coach together again, leaving their mark on each other. For the Mizzou Network, I'm Parker Leppien. Fader with the serve. Rude receives. Ivy with the bump set near side to Colwell. Into the block. She'll get the tool though. And Auburn back within 4. Checking in will be Whitzinger, starting setter for the Auburn Tigers. Out of Huntsville, Alabama. Lefty serves. Meister receives. Kreklow, far side for Wilson. She goes back line. Rude hits it, and that'll be a point for Mizzou. No one able to chase it down. Tigers back up 5.
Yeah, great swinging by the Tigers. They're bringing it.
Lisa Henning back to serve. They go after Rude on those serves. Whitzinger to Colwell. Henning digs it out of the back row. Kreklow quick set for Little. And an overpass there as it goes out of bounds by Rude. Tigers up 6. Well, Rude's not a great passer, so you're really seeing Mizzou attack her.
Yeah, definitely. And with Colwell having hit a few balls in the net the past couple times, you can tell that she's taking a lot off of it and being a little more timid than she was in the first set. As well as Molly and Whitney continuing to connect in the middle. It's providing lots of problems for Auburn.
And Fader in the middle as well, so tough 1-2 combination there for Mizzou up front. Auburn will take the timeout as Rick Nold will talk things over with his team. And Wayne Kreklow just trying to tell his team to keep things going the way they are, as they're doing a great job early on in the second set, looking to take a 2-0 advantage and go into the locker room with a ton of momentum.
Yeah, definitely. That'll help the Tigers immensely if they can go into this intermission with two of the sets under their belt. Yeah, that would be great for the Tigers.
We want to thank you for watching volleyball tonight, but want to remind you, coming up Sunday, we'll have Mizzou Soccer on the Mizzou Network. They will host the Texas A&M Aggies at 1 p.m. from Walton Stadium. And so an old Big 12 foe into the SEC. And it'll be a great soccer matchup over at Walton. So if you can't make it out to Walton, please do join us here on the Mizzou Network. We'll have all that action live for you starting a little bit before 1 o'clock. Lisa Henning back to serve. Colwell receives, bump set, rolled on over and just dumped down by Whitney Little. She timed that perfectly.
Yeah, good hang time by Little. She was on her way down a little, but she used that height to keep her hands up there at the net, catch that ball at the last second.
Yeah, being 6'3" helps on that as well.
Absolutely.
Henning serving. Rude receives, tied on the net. Quick set for Jakowski, and right there is Whitney Little for the block. Mizzou running away with set number 2. That's one thing Lindsey Hunter talked to me about beforehand, is they were really hoping that Whitney Little can just isolate Jersonsky there in the middle, and she's done that so far in the first 2 sets. And a missed time there, trying to go for Jersonsky. Mizzou up 9, 19-10. Auburn out of timeouts. Colwell will mishandle that, and it'll be an ace for Lisa Henning. Mizzou doubling up Auburn 20-10. Volley Zoo having some fun back there. Lisa Henning to Rude. Ritzinger to Colwell. She goes back corner. Meister there. Krecklow back sets for Kahn. She gets the tool block. Great adjustment by Carly Kahn.
Yeah,
that was a little off.
Yeah, that was a little off, but she did a good job of, waiting on the ground a little longer when she realized that, and she was able to get the kill off the block.
Wayne Krecklow still giving instructions, even though his team up 11. Good to see that he's trying to make sure those little things are always right for
Absolutely.
this Mizzou team.
Well, that's when you can work on them, when you have that comfortable advantage.
Another ace for Lisa Henning. Mizzou up 12.
Her serve is really on tonight, and she's gotten a huge run. So, it's big when any hitter can keep that focus, and any player can keep that focus for that long and continue to deliver those tough serves.
22-10 Mizzou. Another ace for Lisa Henning. 3 in this run. Mizzou leads 23-10 over Auburn.
You can tell she's really feeling it right now. She's got a big smile on her face.
Whole crowd's starting to feel it. Overpass, and that just goes off Sarah Meister's foot, as it'll be a point for Auburn, so they break the streak.
Yeah, it fell right in between Wilson and Meister. It was just a bit of a miscommunication, but a tough ball anytime they can send. Auburn definitely didn't receive that ball well by any means. It just happened to work out in their favor.
Taylor Schill, a freshman, in to serve out of Arlington Heights, Illinois. Kahn receives up to Krecklow. She dumps it over. Another great read by her, and Mizzou's at set point.
She doesn't want to mess around at all. Krecklow's ready to finish this set and keep going, keep on that winning streak.
Oxley Keala checks in for Emily Wilson. Hearn Center crowd on their feet, clapping away as they try to urge Mizzou on to their second straight set victory against Auburn. Keala with the serve. Rude to Woodsinger. Quick set in the middle. Keala gets it to Henning. Krecklow will throw it on over and misread by Klitsky. And the Tigers take the first 2 sets. This one 25-11. The first one 27-25. And they head into the locker room up 2-0. And that will bring Sammy Fagan to the plate, the transfer from the University of Florida. And another Tiger expected to have a big impact at the top of the order.
Absolutely, one of the hardest workers they've ever seen, and certainly on this team. Although she's young, she leads very well.
Pitch misses outside. It'll be a ball. Gadboy steals second base. Ball goes into center. She thought about going to third, but she'll hold on there. Excuse me, as a called strike by the home plate umpire. So it'll be an 0-1 count, runner on second.
If I were early one, Parker might have sent her, but we all know not to make the first out at third.
Fagan with an RBI opportunity now. The 0-1. She'll watch that go by, and that'll even the count up at 1-1. I mentioned that stolen base by Gadboy as this pitch misses outside. But really very effectively stealing bases so far for the Tigers this year. Their team leader last year had 13. She's already got 22 this year.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
Pitch catches the outside corner. We'll even the count back up at 2-2.
Obviously, to be successful in the game, you have to have great pitching, good defense, but speed is underrated and kind of below the radar because you can get by on good hits, but to have somebody on the base with that automatic steal, it's a double every time.
And just the pressure that causes for the defense. Pitch misses outside. Good take by the lefty, Fagan. Now put the count full at 3-2. So full count, no one out, runner on second. Tigers looking to get on the board first. Kelly in the windup. Swung on, slapped up the middle. That'll get past the shortstop. Gadboy's first being waved around, but she'll be held up. Advancing on the throw
Good
will be
running.
Fagan. And heads up base running by Fagan to take that base.
Absolutely. Once the outfield misses that cut, that runner's automatically going to second. Good heads up running by Fagan.
And now bring to the plate Emily Crane, as you can hear the walk-up music for her Under the Sea from Little Mermaid.
It's hard not to tap your foot a little bit.
Really fits her personality perfectly.
Absolutely. Fantastic young lady. Lots of energy.
First pitch, swung on, hit sharply down the line, and just foul. And that almost nicked the line. And
Very close call. Game of inches there, Parker. Game of inches.
Gina Snyder was telling her to keep going, but umpire called it. I think that was just foul.
Smoked that down the first base line.
Flaws barely had any time to react down there.
Absolutely.
So 0-1 count to Crane. Looking to knock two in here. She'll take outside, ball one.
For Crane's little frame, she's quick and she's got a lot of power. It's deceiving.
Very talented player for the
Absolutely.
Tigers. She takes outside, ball two. 2-1 now the count on the sophomore from Troy, Missouri. Member of the national team last summer for USA softball. Junior national team, excuse me. As she takes it inside. 3-1 the count. Three-one pitch on its way. Outside ball four, and the bases are loaded for the Tiger cleanup hitter, Angela Randazzo.
Randazzo having a heck of a year at the plate. She's really been on fire these last couple. It's hard to keep her out of the lineup.
Yeah.
Really.
And the way she swings the bat, you saw that a lot last year, too. Early on wanted to keep her in the lineup. Not as great defensively as maybe a current Genovese,
Correct.
who we've seen, but really good in the fact that she swings the bat and she's going to find her way in the lineup some way, somehow.
Absolutely.
First pitch to Randazzo. Swung on, hit sharply down the left field line, but foul. Randazzo digs back in. The 0-1 pitch on its way. Now be taken high, ball one.
Something that Coach G does really well, and it's a fortunate, it's a definite positive for Missouri, is that they have a lot of tools and a lot of weapons in the field and at the plate, so he rotates his lineup quite often. But when you have a player that's as hot as Randazzo, it's really unwise to keep her out of the lineup. So, like you said before, Genovese, a heck of a defender and maybe a little bit more talented in the field. But with an eye like Randazzo and as hot as she is right now, it's just hard to keep her out of there.
Now miss high, ball 2. 2-2 now the count on Randazzo. No one out, bases loaded. Tigers looking to score. Swung on, hit sharply over to third, not able to handle it is Maples, and that will bring in a run as Gadboy scores. Randazzo and everyone else safe on the base pass. I'll bring senior Mackenzie Sykes to the plate.
Mackenzie's already actually hit a grand slam this weekend, and she has another opportunity right here.
She'll take inside, ball 1. One 1-0 on its way, and that will miss low. 2-0 now the count to Sykes.
Those are 2 off-speed pitches to Mackenzie. It's very interesting, the strategy behind pitching to her.
Kelly in the windup. Now miss outside, ball 3, and not a situation Kelly wants to be in. 3-0 the count, bases loaded, and one of the better Tiger hitters at the plate.
Absolutely. Coach Yee, I would imagine, is giving her the green light right now.
3-0 misses high, ball 4. That'll walk in another run. Tigers lead 2-0.
You never want to walk in a run, but it's probably a smarter thing for a UMKC pitcher to do that because Kinsey's absolutely got the ability to knock one out. But unfortunately for UMKC, so does Kelsey Roth. Second on the team, tied with 4 home runs. I believe she's tied with
I believe it's Crane.
Is it Crane? Randazzo, actually, with 4. And then Mackenzie Sykes leading the team with 5 home runs.
Well, conference in the circle here as we try to figure out what they want to do with Roth. And if there's anyone that's got power on this team, it is Roth. Just the pure power that comes through when she swings a bat is unbelievable.
Absolutely. She's one of the most intense players I've ever been around. Even off the field, she is always figuring out how she could get better. Worked very, very hard in the off season. She's in great shape. She's a great player, but she worked very, very hard this summer. Physically to get where she needed to be, and she's come in this season more ready than ever. She's had a little up and down so far this season, but she started last season that same way, ended up killing it in conference, so I've got no doubt she'll do the same.
Yeah, just a stud for the Tigers
Absolutely.
the last 2 years. Already 27 career home runs for Roth, which puts her in the top
Goodness
10
gracious.
and career totals at Mizzou. Pitch misses outside, ball 1. That's something about Roth this year, too. A lot more patient at the plate.
Absolutely.
Coming into the tournament, led the team with 16 walks this year. The 1-0. She launches that off-speed pitch for strike 1.
And that's key for Kelsey. A lot of times you see girls who hit several home runs also have several strikeouts just because they're up there and they're hungry. They can't wait to hit it, but that patience is key.
Ground ball to Maple. She throws on to home and on to first in time for the double play. And so that will be 2 outs for the Tigers. No one comes home. Still 2-0.
It's a good play by the UMKC catcher to turn and get that double play at first base.
Batting 7, the designated player number 24, Casey Stengel.
I'll bring Casey Stengel to the plate. And the lefty a little bit ahead of that one. She fouls it away. Strike 1.
Stengel, a lot of power from the left side. Got to weigh back a little bit more with this pitcher.
And that will miss outside. Ball 1, 1-1, the count to Stengel. One of the best recruits in the nation last year coming out of high school. Swings and lines it past the dive at shortstop. Both runners being waved home. Sykes coming home. Throw not in time. Stengel trying to go to second. Safe is the call. So a 2-run single for Stengel. She advances on the throw, and it's 4-0 Tigers.